Hello, this is Maya. Oh, is this camera a bit skew? I think it is. I hope that's better. There you go. Hello, I'm Maya, broadcasting from the UK, and today's another shaving video. And maybe it's going to be a long one, I'm not quite sure. I have changed plans. I was going to use my straight razor feather Kamasori, but I've changed my mind because yesterday I was gardening and I'm getting spasms in my arms and my legs from all that bending over yesterday. So I've changed my mind and I'm going to be using the leaf. You've seen me use this before. So that's the razor for today. And I've switched this on and I wasn't properly prepared. I am and I'm not. I'm going to be using the Omega S brush. I am using Palmolive Classic, and I'll be shaving a bit off and putting that into, here it is. So I'll be putting that into my cream scuttle, and I'll do that now so that it can stick. So bear with me. Oh dear. And I've also just spilled all the dog water here in the bathroom, so I've got quite a wet floor. Okay, so I'm shaving a little bit of this off. Actually quite a bit of it off today because I want a lot of lather because I might be doing a lot. So that's actually quite a thick piece there, putting that into my scuttle. And this, by the way, is a more hygienic way. You don't get your soaps wet all the time. So then you don't stand the problem that it goes off or anything. So I have it in my scuttle here. I'm just putting a little bit of water on top. Oh, hang on. I've just noticed this. That's a brush hair in there. Okay, we don't want that. So a little bit of water just to stick it down. So that's all I'm doing, and it will bloom a little bit as well. The scuttle has a bump in the middle, so that's what you will see. So I'll let that bloom for a little bit, stick this away. There you go. So because I was planning on using the Kamasori, I've also had to change plans on the blades, and I'm using Astra Green. So I haven't loaded this. I won't be loading this in front of you. Is actually Astra Green written? I don't think it says anything on the blade. Let me just open up. The blade is stuck with glue. Let me see, to the paper. Oh yes, it does. It actually says Astra Superior Platinum. I'm not sure you can even read that. But anyway, so as I have to snap these in half, I'm putting it back into the paper and I'll snap them now. I need 3 of these. So that's 1. That makes 2. And here's the 3rd. Okay, and I'll be loading that off the picture. Off the picture? Well, you know. I then will be... Oh, this, by the way, is a synthetic brush, so it doesn't really need soaking. I'll just put it into the water now, even though it doesn't need soaking. And I'm going to use this as a pre-shave. And why, I forgot to say this in the last video, that coconut oil, no matter whether you use the hard coconut oil or this refined coconut oil, will also help hair grow back in a lesser speed. So how should, oh, you see, I can't talk today. So it'll grow back slower. That's what I'm trying to say. Then I will be putting on the Sonia Soothing Gel Moisturizer because it's super light, and because it is a gel, it has quite a lot of let's say water, well, it's more moisturizing agents in there. And to seal that then off, I'll be using my carrier oil, which has like has coconut in there. It has also apricot kernel, vitamin E, and so on. So a whole load of good things. I'll put that at the end of the video as usual, except for the MCT oil. I won't be posting that because I don't have a picture of that. I don't think. If I have, I will. So that is what I'm going to be using today. So let me pause you and prepare the razor. Okay, I have now loaded it. As you can see, it's all tight. And so I have 1/2 left of the Astra, and I will be marking that so that I know what's in there. I have also found you've got to be a little bit careful with the leaf. It says that you can just leave the blade in, but I don't think I will. I will put all of these back into this empty sachet here and mark them on here, because I've noticed the blade can rust. Because I still had the Persona in there and I hadn't used it for a while, and I noticed it was getting a bit tarnished. So I'm going to take these out, and the loading actually doesn't take that long. It's just taken me a few seconds now, but I thought because it's only the second time I've done this, you know, I thought maybe it'll take a little longer, but it hasn't. It's only taken a few seconds, so that shouldn't matter. So for as a precaution, I'll be taking the blades out afterwards, clean them up and store them so that they're dry, and the razor as well. So I will pause you once more because I am going to start off with, oh, and I've got a cramp there already, starts already. I'll start off with the legs today so that I get those done, and so I have to put the camera in its appropriate place. So see you in a second. Okay, let's just start. What I'll do is I'll put the MCT oil on. As you see, my legs haven't been shaved yet. So what I'm just doing is I'm just taking the MCT oil, putting some in my hand and just gliding over and letting that soak in a little bit. Okay. Oh. I hope I'm going to be able to do this today. I'm really sore from all that weeding. I did the back and the front garden, so I'm quite a bit sore. Okay, whilst I'm doing that, I will be doing my arms as well, so I'm going to give those also, whilst I'm at it, a quick MCT, because it doesn't matter how long that stays on there. Okay, so I'm going to do my arms as well. There you go. Okay, right, that's done. Okay, I have loaded my razor. I have got a teaspoon of water in here as well. I know many people don't measure, but I'm doing this more for the newbies or that haven't really mastered any of the bowl lathering, simply because it helped me in the beginning to know more or less how much people were putting in. And you can push it, and sometimes it's just a good indicator. So here's my brush. There's no water in the tip of here. Here's my scuttle. It's empty apart from the soap in there. Right, so let's get lathering. And and it's going to make a noise. I'm sorry, but that's just the case of this brush. And the scuttle is nice and high, but it is a bit small. But it has its advantages with this big spout in the winter. I love it to put hot water in there. If it were super hot today, I'd put cold water in there. That works pretty well. So you can see this pre-lather is already quite something. And I think I'm going to most probably do this in stages. Oh, I'm going to have to stand up for this. Because crouching down isn't easy for me today. Okay, I'm adding in a full teaspoon of water. Oops. Oops, making a bit of a mess. It's going everywhere. Okay. Okay, now for the arms and the legs, I don't need a particularly fat lather. This is already glossy and I've put the MCT oil on, so I think I'll just do as it is, use it as it is. I'm not going to wet my legs, I'm just going to leave them as are. And start. Okay, this is not a perfect lather for the face, but for my legs it will do. It's thin enough and it's got glide enough. I don't want a very thick lather for my legs. Okay, and most probably I'm going to be quiet today because I do not want to cut myself. And I always tend to do that when I'm talking a lot and not paying attention. So here we go. Let's try to place my legs so that you can see most of it. Okay, my knee stops here. Okay, let's get the scuttle a bit out the way. Alright. So this takes hardly any pressure behind me. I must say this Astra blade is working super well. Very nice. And the Palmolive, I'm also very surprised. A lot of people haven't used these sticks on their legs, if you like. So that's another reason why I wanted to show that you can use these sticks on your legs. They're not just for face lathering. It just depends on how thick or how thin you make the lather. Okay, I get a blade feel with this. With the leaf, don't use any pressure and also do longer strokes. And try to keep in a straight line, because that's how I normally, and how I cut myself the last time. It's not staying in a straight line. just taking the excess water off there, if you're wondering what I'm doing. This razor doesn't clog, especially not if you've got very thin lather. So that's the first round. Let's take the soap off. I'm just going to do a pickup here on the shin. What you basically do is you do use this exactly like a cartridge razor. I'm looking what... Oh no, that's fine. There's nothing there. So that's one leg done. Right, next the moisturizer. Getting it out would be of a benefit. Oh, there we go. Now let that soak in for a minute. Oh. And I'll do the next leg. Oh. As I said, I don't want too thick a lather on the legs. So wipe my hands. There we go. Okay, off we go. Oh, I'm having problems with this leg more than with the other. Okay. It's cramping a bit. Try not to rush it because of the cramping. As you see, that scar from last time takes forever to heal. I told you When I cut myself on my legs, it takes a long time to heal. What's that now? 2 weeks at least. Might be even 3 weeks. Oh, no, straight, not at an angle. There we go. No pressure on the razor and long strokes. Another round done. No nicks, no cuts. Thank goodness for that. Let's do another round. And then I'm going to have to redo my soap, as in not a full round. I'm just going to do the shin again. Because this was more of a pre-lather in here, it's now starting to dissipate a bit. You can see that. Yeah. So the Astra Green blade in here works a treat. Right, just getting my cloth. That's done. Once again, I have to reiterate, no pressing down too hard with the leaf, because it will cut you. Okay. Let's get the moisturizer on. Oh, get the other leg back up. And put the carrier oil on to seal that in. No stings, no nothing, no nicks, completely smooth. Carrier oil on this one. Seal all that goodness in. There you go. Okay, I'm going to switch you off and rearrange the camera. Okay, I just refilled the sink as well with fresh water, and I just rinsed the razor through. Okay, that's all I did. Now I'm going to do a bit more, make a bit more lather. I still have not put any more water in than there was in the beginning, that 1 teaspoon, but I have drawn up another What I will do now is I'll put 2 mils in there, just under half a teaspoon. And once again, because I'm going to be doing the arms, I do not need a big amount, as in heavy lather. But it looks like I'm getting it anyway. Okay, let's just, that's a bit too sticky. So I'm going to put in the 2nd teaspoon, as in the 2nd half of the teaspoon. So that's 2 teaspoons I've had in total up to now. Okay, you can see this is a very glossy lather. I'm going to take most of it out the brush. Okay, and I'm going to start with this arm. Can you see that? Let me see. Let's rearrange this a little bit. Put this over here. Put the scuttle there. Okay. I'm going quite thin with this. I'm scraping most of it off because I will need some more. Okay, here we go. I have a tendency to drag angles, so I've got to make sure I'm straight. With this razor, it's best to keep straight lines. It does not pivot to the sides like some cartridge razors do, but this isn't a cartridge razor, you mustn't forget that. But it is a good alternative. Okay. Once again, no pressure. Right, that's arm number 1 done. I'm just checking. I don't need to go over this once more. So let's get on straight with the 2nd arm. I've got to concentrate because this is my non-dominant hand now. Another thing for those that I haven't had much luck, let's say luck, with the leaf, another reason might be you've got to get that motion. A bit like with straight razors, cutthroat razors, you've got to be in the motion. So in the movement. Let me see, I was a lot lighter on this side, so let me just check for fluff. Oh, the teeniest amount over here. That is the hardest part on this side with my non-dominant hand. Okay, that's that one done. So once again, let me pause and readjust the camera again. Oh no, of course I'm going to put I nearly forgot. I nearly forgot. I was rushing ahead myself. There we go. I was rushing. Okay. There we go. And I'll put the carrier oil on straight away. Lock that moisture in. Give it extra splurge of vitamin E and apricot kernel oil, rosehip oil. Lots of goodness. Okay. Whilst this is soaking in, actually I'll leave that, just dry my hands a little bit off on the inside. I will, actually, this is quite sticky. This is a bit too sticky, so I'm going to add some more water to this. So I've got here another teaspoon, but I won't be adding as much in there. Okay, I'm putting in 1 milliliter. This is a tiny bit sticky still. Put another milliliter in, so now I've got another 1.5. So I've got exactly 2.5 teaspoons that have gone into this soap. Okay, can you see that? Let me feel. Yes, that's a lot better. It's still forming peaks, but there's a lot more glide to it. And it's adhering to the skin. Right, let me pause you and get myself ready. Okay, let's do the underarms. So once again, I'm just going to quickly prepare with some MCT oil, which is coconut oil. And as I said, it doesn't have to be this refined sort. It can be just the plain normal kind. best if it is food grade though, because you don't want to be putting underneath your arms next to the lymph nodes something that is not food grade. Okay, so that's prepared. Let me just wipe my hands so they're not too oily, so that I've got a good grip on this. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to have to be able to look into the mirror, so let's hope I get this right. Okay. Okay, I flinched there a little bit, it's dragging a bit. Why, I don't know. Okay, let's try it this way. That was dragging a bit. That was not nice, but I don't think I cut myself. No, it's just that one spot that's a bit awkward. Always has been. This fold here is always very awkward. There we go. All done. Let me just check up close in the mirror. Yeah, super smooth. That's one side. Let's clean this out. And now again, non-dominant hand. Tell you what, I've got a bit of stinging there. Now I don't know why. Okay. Okay, that's done too. Let me just check. No cuts, but somehow I must have done something here yesterday. It's stinging a little bit, but not from the blade. It stung when I put the soap on. So, I don't know. So, 2 legs, 2 arms and 2 underarms done. Let's get some fresh water back into there. Let's get, in the meantime, the moisturizer on. I was battling with the bramble bushes again yesterday, and weeds and weeds. When it rains here and then it's sunny, everything shoots up like crazy. I suppose it's the same world over, but I don't get immediately to doing these things, and I actually need to mow the lawn as well, but the lawn is still too wet. Carrier oil. To mow. So, and tomorrow rain forecast, and so it'll have to wait another week or so, Can't do it when it's this wet. Okay, get my hands sorted. And once more, a pause. Get myself ready for the next setup. Okay, now last time I noticed that when I had used the leaf, only James did his face, but you've not seen me use it, and he did it rather fast and rather slapdash. So I thought I'd give it a try. So whilst we're at it today, this might be the one and only time I use the leaf on my face. Not because I don't like it, it's just because I think there are better razors for the face. So let's see, I've replaced the water in the basin and it's hot water. I'm not putting MCT oil on so that I can also notice the difference. So it's just hot, quite a hot face cloth. Dip it in once more. Ooh, ow. Ooh, this is hot. It is hot. Okay. Let's try and get my hair out the way. Okay. Here we go. I've not done anything to the lather. It's the same lather as before. I will leave it as it is. I have not added any water to this. Okay, here we go. Let me step closer so I can see what I'm doing. It's going rather smooth. I'm pleased with that. I have a respect for this razor. Well, with any razor really. Dry my hands a bit. Also to remember that the bottom blade is not the sharpest, but the one that's most aggressive. So when you're using this, bear that in mind. Once again, the movement. Bear in mind the movement. Okay. Right, I need to put my glasses on for the rest. Okay. I'm getting quite a lot more blade feel on the face than on the legs, arms or underarms. Let me just wipe this away. It's disturbing my vision a little bit today. I don't know, is that because of the light coming in? Okay, so now the most difficult part, so bear with me, I'm going to be very silent for this. Let me wipe. This is a very close shave. Now I have here 2 saws actually. So I'm not going to go over that, definitely not. Now let me just have a look a bit closer into my mirror. I felt that blade very much so here on my sensitive upper lip and the sides here, but there's absolutely nothing left. No, I don't know. This is actually BBS. If I go over this again, I might get a rash. So I'm not going to do that. So, review: face shaving works well. You do have to go sideways like this. That does not work, you'll cut yourself. I mean, I did do it very gently, but this is the way to go. I suggest, if you haven't got a very coarse beard, do not use a super sharp blade. Maybe try it with a Wilkinson sword. What are they now called? Silver? No, not silver, the other ones. The black ones. And or the Nasset before you try a feather. So, this is super duper. I don't have to do any more. So let's just put my moisturizer on. Soothing moisturizer. Gel. See if there's any stings. No, thank goodness for that. I was super aware of the blades around my mouth. Super aware. So I'm glad I didn't pick anything crazy, like a pole silver, for me now anyway. But it works, and it works well. And this will soak in super fast, so I'm not worried about that either. Whether I'm shiny a bit. I'm a bit shiny right now. But with all this goodness in here, I don't mind. Right, so you've had the full Monty today. You've had it all apart from the nape, which I'm not doing because of my shoulders and because I'll definitely cut myself today. So, and I still have for at least 2 more, maybe even 3 more shaves, passes. Passes is the word I couldn't think of today. So, Palmolive, great soap, super slickness, super lather. Can you still get it? Yes, you have to look on eBay, and you can get it from other countries. So if you really like it, get it. I don't know if there's still some in the shops around. I do not know. But if you can't get it and you really want to make a dupe that is, apart from the scent, the same, then watch my earlier video about the Palmolive dupe. It didn't even cross my mind, but having looked at the ingredients, I did notice then that it is actually a Palmolive dupe. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it today because I've done something that I have not done before, as in using the leaf also for the face, not just that, and I survived it without any cuts, nicks, weepers or anything. So I'm super happy. I'm all smooth. See you till weekend. Yes, the weekend. Bye bye.